Hey guys, welcome back to the Hyde. We've got another Rossi 22LR on the bench, and you might be saying, well, Hyde, you've already reviewed this rifle. And just by face value, I'd say you're correct. However, this RS22 is a little bit different. Rossi has finally introduced their threaded barrel version, so we are going to try this suppressed and see how it does. I'm really anxious to see as it compares to just the standard model. I don't foresee a lot of difference, but giving you guys the data, I wanted to go ahead and bring it to the bench top and see what we could do with it. For those of you that might be interested, item number on this is RS22L1811TH. So if you think you might be interested in one of these, that will get you the item number so you can source that online or at your local shop. Otherwise, with the exception of the 1/2x28 threading, the rifle is exactly the same as the other one. 18-inch barrel, polymer stock, dovetail ring adapter at their front. It does have the really nice, they're pretty decent iron sights, adjustable for windage and elevation. They're in the rear, which I did have to take off to put our scope on. But overall, great little rifle. And the thing that I found most interesting about this is they're offering this rifle the same price as the non-threaded version. So why wouldn't you buy this one to begin with? But it does come factory with the thread protector, so you don't have to source one of those elsewhere. I've got 4 different loads I want to try. We've got some Federal Auto Match, old standby CCI standard 40 grain subsonic stuff. I got some Blue Box Federal from our buddy Jimmy. He donated some of this to the channel, so we will definitely be putting that to use in probably a few different videos. And just by way of reference, I got a box of this semi-auto 22LR precision bench rest from Eley. Now granted, this is probably not a round that you're going to shoot through it, a rifle like this, but I figured for testing purposes, why not? So we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. But I am going to shoot 10-shot groups. I will be shooting 10 shots prior to shooting the groups to get a good foul in the barrel before we lay down the groups on paper. I'm not going to subject you guys to those, so I will do those off camera, and I will let the barrel cool in between. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to get the rifle put on the bench, and I'll meet you guys over there. Okay guys, I've got 10 shots fouled through the barrel of this using this Federal Auto Match. So we've got another 10 loaded up that we're going to shoot for groups. You guys follow along in the shot cam. We'll see how it does here. So 10 shots. Oh, there's a misload. Oh man, that one was way low. If you guys noticed the sound difference in that last one, wow. All right, so I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to load up 10 of the CCI standard, foul the barrel, and then we'll shoot 10 of those for group. All right, guys, we've got our fouling shots put down range, so let's take and try these 10 and see what kind of groups we can get with the CCI standard here. All right. Try and do my best in controlling this trigger too. right, not terrible. Definitely not terrible. I tell you what, though, it is an absolute blast shooting the subsonic stuff. It doesn't make hardly any noise. You can just hear the bolt cycle back and forth, guys. All right, so we're going to try 10 of the Blue Box Federal here, just a 40 grain. I believe this is just 40 grain round nose, nothing special. So I'm going to try 10 fouling shots, get those sitting down range, and then we'll put 10 more on paper. All right, guys, we got 10 of our Blue Box Federal here. Let's get it chambered, and we'll see what these could do. Definitely got some crack to it. All right, so doesn't look too terrible. So without further ado, we're going to load up 10 of these. And yes, I'm even going to burn up 10 of these to foul the barrel with, which I tell you what, that hurts, let me tell you. But we're going to try 10 of these on paper and see if they fare any better. Okay, guys, we've got 10 of our Eley semi-auto 22LR precision bench rest loaded up in the mag here. And this is a 40 grain round nose. So we'll see what these will do, if these might fare any better. And keeping in mind, that stuff, I want to say, is around $18 a box of 50, so that'll be a good representation between the different loads. You know, in a rifle like this, does a premium ammunition really get you anything else? So let's find out. Oh wow, that was a misload. All right, so there's those 10. So I'm going to walk down, I'm going to grab the target. We'll get the rifle and the target back over on the review bench and see what we got. Okay guys, I went and snagged our target down range. We're back here at the review table, so let's take a look at the final results and see what we got here. And just overall, without really digging too deep into it, I have to say, you know, you can pick this rifle up. I've seen it anywhere from about $125 to $145, just depending on where you buy it. So definitely keep that in mind when you're going over this. But guys, I tell you what, now these are 10-shot groups. I did foul each one before we laid them down on paper. First one up here is the Federal Auto Match 40 grain round nose. These boxes are 1 inch, so one thing I can tell you doing all these tests that I've done over the last, well, this past year with all the rimfire and 22LR stuff, is the amount of inconsistency with 22 ammunition. And you can tell that so easy when you shoot suppressed. As I'm sure you guys heard, you can hear the misloadings. Like you'll hear one go supersonic and the very next one go subsonic. And actually that even happened with the Eley here. And this stuff's almost $20 a box. But if you stop and think and just kind of compare all these results, now this is considered a bulk ammunition too. And I mean, with the exception of that, that's about what I would expect for this load. And if you notice here with our CCI standard velocity, this stuff just gets the job done. It is as close to match ammo, in my opinion, as you can get without the match ammo price. I mean, it just is, and it has been for a lot of years. And it continues to prove that in a lot of different platforms. And if you notice here, we're right in. I'm pretty sure that was a misloading. I will go ahead and call that my fault as a pulled shot. But if you just take into count these 9 shots here, that's very, very respectable. And another thing you guys got to understand, we're not talking about a match grade trigger here either. Now, I know I'm throwing out a lot of excuses, but they're variables that do have to be factored into, you know, the accuracy and precision equation when you're talking about a firearm. And probably the load that I'm most surprised with is this Blue Box Federal. If you guys have never shot any of this stuff actually shoots really dang good. We had some misloadings of this too, but it still held pretty good group. I mean, considering that's not bad. Then of course, the best one with the consideration of this one right here was of course the semi-auto precision bench rest from Eley. But even that right there, guys, I tell you, I mean, honestly, what more could you ask for just a little plinking rifle? And if you have the means to get a 22 suppressor, please do it. I know the tax stamp, I mean, it blows, guys, but I tell you what, you have never had as much fun with a firearm until you can shoot 22 LR suppressed, especially subsonics. It is just an absolute blast. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. I love doing content like this because I'm a big rimfire nut anyway, so kind of taking the channel in that sort of a direction, it's a whole lot of fun. Definitely stay tuned for the precision bench rest 22 LR shoot coming up. I'm going to try and get some footage on that. I think you guys will enjoy it. But be sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Share the video, guys. It really helps the channel. We're trying to get that push to 10,000 subs, and I cannot do it without your all support. And each one of you all, I really appreciate it. But hit us up on the Facebook page. Glad to talk with you guys there. And as always, shoot straight. Later.